Hey everybody, this is Dr. Joe Borio with this week's Thought Flash. And it's great to be here with you guys again. It's such a beautiful day here in Cazenovia, New York, which is right out of Syracuse. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I needed to break away from enjoying the beautiful day out there to come inside and make sure that I spent time with clients and people I hope someday to be a client, and I hope to have you guys join us at one of our events. I know Dr. Pete Lombardi and I met. He spent a little time with him yesterday afternoon up at his home, and he just had a baby girl and just a beautiful family and very chiropractic family, in that they live off the land and they love each other and respect each other, and the kids eat good and healthy, and it was a pleasure to see his beautiful home that he's been working on. He built this beautiful home. I'm sure he'll show it to you in one of his thought flashes, and it was just great to spend some time. But Dr. Pete and I got together and we were talking about how we can spread chiropassion consulting to more people. I think what I find, disappointing, and I know Dr. Pete does too, is that when we put on an event, that room isn't packed. And so we were talking about different ways to really reach out to chiropractors and resonate with them as to what we offer. I will tell you that the days of dealing with insurance and being a chiropractor to focus on neck and back pain only, those days are passing. The days where you can charge hundreds of dollars for one visit to an insurance carrier, those days are rapidly coming to an end, and it's a cleansing of the profession. And we talked about that yesterday, where you're going to kind of get to a place here in a very short time. Well, many states have, I know New York has, where people are going to be paying out of their pocket for what you offer. And if they don't see a reason for it, and if they don't see value in it, they're not going to stay with you in the practice. And they're not going to stay with you because they either feel great and they love you and they don't see value with continued care, or they're not going to stay with you because they came in with this preconceived idea that neck pain is going to be treated by a chiropractor, and they came in for a period of time, either so many visits or so much money, and the neck pain didn't go away and they're going to be gone as well. So listen, that happens to everybody, but the question is, if your practice isn't growing and you're not seeing more people and new faces and so forth, and they're not staying with you, then you're not really resonating principled chiropractic. Now, when I say principled chiropractic, I don't mean to lessen chiropractic in the way that maybe some doctors practice, but the objective of chiropractic started and should continue with the idea that you are improving scientifically the afferent and efferent function of the body. You are minimizing or eliminating nerve interference, electrical interference to the body. You are improving joint mechanics of the body. I mean, all of that happens with adjustments, and there's so much research. Much of it I've shared with you. One of them was the Annals of Medicine, which was on mechanical biology, where they're showing that cells, if you think of a cell like a water balloon, if you press on a cell and it deforms itself, the cell will start to replicate itself in a deformed fashion. And chiropractors, you could go right to the joint mechanic, you could go right to the nerve, the cytoskeleton of a nerve. So by deforming the body posturally, it greatly affects the replication of cells, and thereby the health of the body is greatly diminished in a very rapid state. So, I could go on all day by citing scientific articles that demonstrate value and justify it, but that isn't what resonates with people. And you have to have a product, you have to offer people a significant amount of value, and the only way you're going to do that is through education to your people and your members. And the day of getting up there and lecturing is over. You have to ask them questions, you have to give them materials to read and ask them questions. That's certainly something that we teach you to do. And then you need to ask questions on a consistent basis. On many of these thought flashes, I talked about how you adjust people, and you ask them where certain nerves go, and you ask them what the adjustment is I use toothbrushes in the office, I use dental models in the office, I use photographs of rotten teeth so that people can anchor that, forceps, baby models, telephone wires, anything and everything that you can use so that you can get people to understand what it is we do. When you start studying the fight or flight, the sympathetic aspect of the autonomic nervous system, and then you understand scientifically that the birth process is the most traumatic experience of the human spine, and that these babies, especially now, they're not born unlike Dr. Pete, right? He's the exception. He's the freak. He's the weirdo. Him and his wife, they have to go get a birth certificate because their child wasn't born in the hospital. So, they're born, that child comes out, their beautiful baby daughter comes out in a much more loving and calm environment where now our kids are forced out, they're induced, there's mechanical pressure put on them, there's forceps yanking and pulling on their spine, and what happens is they become in a fight or flight system. Their autonomic becomes hyper-sympathetic. The sympathetics go unchecked, and what drops in those people? Well, their immune system. Anytime the sympathetics are running rampant, your immune system and your gastrointestinal system drops. So you think about kids with breathing problems, asthma. You think about kids with gastrointestinal problems. You think about kids getting sick all the time. I mean, their sympathetics are hyperactive, and probably right from the birth process. So, what resonates with people? The practice that I've developed over 20 years is certainly something that I'm proud of, but it's certainly a practice that I think a lot of chiropractors that are looking to work with mom, dad, babies, grandma, grandpa, and see a lot of people have stability in your practice, meaning people stay, the majority of people stay. Health plans, we definitely recommend health plans. It doesn't mean if you don't do it, you're not allowed in my practice. But constant education. We do nutritional workshops. We do movie nights. We do exercise workshops at times. Things that we've tried all along. We do outside talks. We do screenings. We've done a lecture series before. We've done essentially, everything and anything to not only bring new people in, but to offer value to those practice members that are there. And I want to share that with you because Dr. Pete Lombardi and I and our assistant Leanne Klein, who's our CA, who's worked in my office for 15 years and worked with us at the time when the practice was seeing just hundreds and hundreds of people in a day. We can show you and certainly lead you to a place of practice that allows you to enjoy your life and have a wonderful family and have a wonderful time in practice, and not work harder in your practice, but work smarter and allowing you to run your practice rather than your practice running you, and give you a better balance in your life, and make you proud to be a chiropractor. I think we should be proud to be chiropractors. I think we should be successful at being chiropractors. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with making a few bucks as a chiropractor as long as you put the interest of those you serve ahead of your own. If their interests are in the forefront, I think you're always in good exchange with the universal intelligence. I think you're always in fair exchange with honesty and integrity, and that's certainly something that I know Leanne feels strongly about, I know I do, and I know Dr. Pete Lombardi feels very strongly about that as well. So I guess in closing our thought flash today, I want you to think about your practice and reflect upon it. And I want you to say that if you're not satisfied in your practice and you find that you want to be able to do more, you want to serve more, you want to be able to do better, easier. I don't mean lazy, but I mean you want to do things easier. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. I strongly encourage you to join us in New York City, which is in the first week of New York. Go right to the website and enjoy the website. Watch some of the videos on the website, and I think you'll learn more about myself, Dr. Pete Lombardi, Leanne Klein, and I think you'll be more interested if that resonates, if that message resonates with you, with what we offer. The other thing I want to offer you as well is this. We did a talk, if you will, at CalJam last year. And well, I shouldn't say last year, this year. It was in February. And it seemed to resonate really well with a lot of people. We put that on a video, and it's about an hour long, and it's me talking about chiropractic on stage. There's about 1,500 people there. So for anybody that comes to New York, that calls to register for New York, we're going to give you that video at no cost. It's a video that we sell. It's over $100. So so for those people that are interested, that call to register for our event, it's $100. The other thing, our events are $97 for the first doc. Second doc is half price. It's very low, but I'll be totally straight with you that the reason we offer the first visit to one of our events inexpensively is because we want you to come, and we don't want money to be an excuse for you. So we offer your first visit at the event at a very low amount, and you get to meet me, to meet Dr. Pete, you get to meet Leanne, you get to meet some of the other clients, and you get to see what we're about. And our hope is that when you're there for that reason, and we resonate with you, and you actually choose to join Chiropassion, become a client, and really move forward, whether you're a student who's going to graduate soon, or whether you're in practice, just in practice, or you've been in practice. I got docs that have been in practice for 40 years that are clients of our program. You can always improve on what you're doing, and it would be an honor for me, and I know Dr. Pete, I know Leanne, to coach you and mentor you, to show you how to make your life easier, and how to make you enjoy chiropractic a lot more. Dr. B.J. Palmer, last thoughts were the sacred trust. And what it means, if you think about that, is that here he is dying, and his last thoughts, I always like to quote Nathan Hale, I only regret, but I have one life to live for my country. BJ really had that same thought, that he was so worried about the future of chiropractic and where it was going to go, and not cracking people's backs so their neck didn't hurt, but truly the allowing innate to flow through the body, to allow universal intelligence to be fully expressed, to allow the intention of the universe, the objective of the universe, to allow you to be healthy and function properly neurologically. That was what the sacred trust was, and he wanted that message, that practice, to resonate and carry on with all chiropractors. And he wanted the profession to stay strong with that principle. It's certainly my life's goal now to ensure that is what stays true, that chiropractic stays true on course. And what's amazing is all the new science is showing that BJ and Dee Dee were right on track. There might be some ways they looked at things and described things that aren't 100% accurate in some of their scientific studies, but that was based upon what they knew. But when you look at the research now, you see that upper cervical, how powerful it is to adjust, and you see how it affects the neurology, and you start to really appreciate all the scientific work that BJ did to prove and evaluate and assess the power of the adjustment. The power of the adjustment that you do every day to those people you serve. Guys, I'd love to see you at one of our events. Get out and serve the members of your practice. Enjoy your practice. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the practice members and the staff that you should feel honored that choose to be in your practice every day. Have a great week serving. I'll talk to you next week. Make sure you register for New York City first week of September. Take a look at our website. Have a great week, guys.
My best friend gave